Welcome to a new edition of VR News. Today's headlines. Meta Quest 3, a brief undercover video show it with a fleeting unboxing. Meta's statements: we prefer investing in fake video leaks rather than in corporate security. Important news also regarding the release date. The new Ray-Ban stories will have the live streaming feature. The privacy regulator: we are screwed now. Apple Vision Pro seems to have 1 TB of internal memory. Apple enthusiast: for that price, it's a gift. Vertigo 2 is coming to PSVR 2. It will be the best version of Vertigo 2 ever. In the Ecos update for No Man's Sky, dynamic FOVeated rendering is added for the PSVR 2 version. Firewall Ultra arrives on PSVR 2. Cold receptions from user due to the flat gameplay mechanics and serious matchmaking issues. The release date for the 7th guest in October on PSVR 2 and PCVR has been revealed. The 90s classic ready to return in VR. Heart of Chornobyl delayed to early 2024. Users waiting for the game's release. We've gotten used to it. 3 gaming giants coming to Game Pass in September. Here are the titles. Starfield, Bethesda teases players. Until you've completed the campaign, you're not even at the beginning. It will take hundreds of hours to appreciate it. 3 games of the week on the Epic Games stores. It's a chapter for one of the most important real-time strategy sagas, and it was released just 4 days ago. Hello Riffraff, welcome back to the channel, I'm Ben, and these were the most important news headlines from the last week in VR and flat gaming. Before I provide you with more details on this news, let me thank this week's supporter Dario. Thanks a lot for your generosity, and thanks to everyone else who followed the channel, watched the videos, and contributes to its growth in every way with important interactions like likes, share and comments. Thank you all, let's dive into the news. Well, we've understood that the tradition of pretending to lose VR headset on the street, which are accidentally found by perfect strangers who promptly show them on the internet, is becoming a sort of tradition for Meta. Indeed, once again, Quest 3 was revealed early in a video that I had also shown you last week. The box is pretty small, the headset is shown matching the latest official renderings, the controllers are shown also, and as already known, without the tracking rings, and finally the video cut off when a box is pulled out. That probably contains the battery charger and the various cautionary and instruction booklets. What information do we lack? Or rather, what still need to be officially communicated by Meta? The resolution, of which we have only heard some voices saying that it might be 30% higher than the last Meta headset, so Quest Pro, the refresh rate, the RAM, and whether other configuration will be available beside the 128GB with more internal memory. However, we do know that it's 40% slimmer, equipped with pancake lenses and XR2 Gen 2 chipset with performance that could be up twice that of other current headset. Color pass-through, depth sensor, tracking camera on the front and on the bottom, and the price will be $500 or 570 euros in the European market. But there are some details that could reveal more information. Like on the Quest Pro, there might be a system that allows adjusting the mask's depth to change the distance of the lenses from the eyes, offering, for example, more comfort to those who wear glasses. This information matches a piece of data found in February of moving the Quest 3 mask back and forth. The most important news is that according to some rumors, the release date of Quest 3 could be October 10th, but we are waiting for the official announcement on September 27th during the MetaConnect 2023. The second generation smart glasses Ray-Ban stories will have better cameras and will allow live streaming on Facebook and Instagram, just like what you can do from your phone, but in first person and from your point of view. Ray-Ban stories don't have screens, only cameras and speakers, and they need to be paired with a phone from which, through an assistant, users' comment during the live stream will be read aloud. If you're the kind of person who doesn't like to be filmed in public, soon you'll need to be cautious not only around people wearing that glasses, but also with the camera scattered throughout the city and the massive army of always active phones. Currently, the VR headset with the highest memory capacity is the Pico 4 Pro, available only in the Chinese market with 512GB, and it seemed that its record could be challenged by a global market giant, Apple, thanks to the massive 1TB capacity of the Apple Vision Pro. We still don't know if Meta will offer Quest 3 models with memory configuration larger than 128GB. But one thing is certain, they will be far from Vision Pro's capacity. The release date for Vertigo 2 on PSVR 2 is October 24th, 2023, and it will be the second platform, in addition to PCVR, to have in its store one of the best VR title of 2023 so far. Currently, there don't seem to be any addition for the PSVR 2 version, and there are no details suggesting that the modes available in the PCVR version after completing the game will also come to PSVR 2. Echoes is the latest update for No Man's Sky, released 7 years after the game's initial launch, and it's the 26th update. On PSVR 2, in addition to other new features, it adds dynamic FOVeated rendering, which means that the headset renders at full quality only at the center of the scene being looked at, reducing the workload in the peripheral vision area and so requiring fewer resources. In the case of PSVR 2, this feature isn't fixed to the center of the lenses, but thanks to the eye tracking, it follows the player gaze. In terms of performance, nothing changes. The workload remains the same. It's just that in the headset without eye tracking, if you shift your gaze towards the outer edges of the lenses, you might notice a reduction in the graphic quality, whereas on PSVR 2, the center of the gaze is always top-notch. David Yangyu, spokesperson for First Contact Entertainment, developers of Firewall Ultra, talking about the fact that you can close your eyes to counterattack the effect of flashbangs, said, "It's natural reaction your body has, you don't need to remember which button does what." But of course, David, it would have been ridiculous to have a button to press to close your eyes, considering you are using a damn eye-tracking headset. But please, tell us the truth. You've mapped so many action to buttons that you didn't have one left to make players close their eyes. So you had to integrate eye tracking to avoid the flash effect. In Firewall Ultra, you have to press button to do anything, David. Open doors, reload, activate switches, and even aiming, so don't talk about remembering which button does what, because in Ultra there are already plenty of things to remember. The release date for the 7th guest has been confirmed, a 90s classic that will return in VR, set in a haunted mansion. The unique aspect of this work is that it was recreated by fully capturing the environments of the original game, modeling them into volumetric environments to allow players to move inside them. Therefore, it will be possible to walk inside the original game and relive the adventure in first person. I remind you that the 7 guests will arrive on PCVR, PSVR 2 and Quest. Let's move on flat gaming. Stalker 2 Heart of Chornobyl has been delayed to early 2024 and will be the first exclusive of the year for Xbox Series X, S, PC and Game Pass. The delay is due to the force majeure without specifying the reasons, but by now it's not a news anymore, considering its first announcement dates back to 2010. The new release date could be announced during the TGA 2023. And what are the Game Pass games for September 2023? Here they are. Starfield, already available for pre-download, will be released on September 6th. Lies of P, which is a Souls-like set in the Pinocchio universe, and will arrive on September 19th. And finally on September 21st, Payday 3, another chapter of the cooperative shooter where you have to organize heist with your team. Of course, I will bring them all to the channel with gameplay and reviews, so keep following. And speaking of Starfield, Bethesda is teasing players a bit, saying that unlike we complete the main campaign, we won't be able to say we know and appreciate enough. So guys, they are trying in every way to make us understand that Starfield is a colossal work that will keep us busy for hundreds of hours. Pay attention to what I'm about to say. I really hope that no new hot VR contents will arrive for a while, because I will want to dedicate as much as time as possible to Starfield, of course sharing it with you here on the channel. And I conclude with the free game on the Epic Games Store of the week. Until 16 and 59 minutes on Thursday, you can add Homeworld Desert of Karak to your library. Released on August 24, 2023, the game will be unlocked for free and will remain in your library forever. Well, this was the most important news of the week in VR and flat gaming. I will see you in the comments to discuss about the topic covered, and I will see you next Monday for a new edition of VR News. Thank you for watching completely the video. Like, share, subscribe and keep following. That's all from Ben. See you next time and see ya in game. Stay safe, Riff Raff.